Hey everybody, welcome back to Creating Scenery for Microsoft Flight Simulator. And I am in the sim. I'm just testing some things out that I've been working on. Thought you guys like to see some of the progress of the Museum of the United States Air Force at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. Part of our scenery pack, our community created scenery pack. Okay. So many people have been working on different little things. Now what I'm doing is I finished all of the external models of the museum, and I have been putting together some interior displays. I think you saw I've done some posts on some images. So there is the B-29 boxcar, the aircraft that dropped the second atomic bomb in World War II, Nagasaki. Couple things. I posted some pictures when I first put this in the sim, and it was not that shiny, and I don't want it this shiny. But I think I know what's going on. I just have to kind of fix it a little bit. The floor of this this particular part. This is the World War II displays. This is just an apron, and I noticed that it is now shiny. There was no rain. Okay, I'm not on real world weather or anything like that. But I noticed that when I came in this time in the sim, that floor is a bit shiny. So I think that's probably causing the effect on the B-29. All right. So I'm pretty sure how I'm going to fix that issue is instead of using an apron for the floor, I'm going to go ahead and create a floor texture. Now, a couple things that I've been working on today is I'm working on the interior, and I've added the entrances into the building. Before, this was just one big corrugated wall. So I've been working on Kettering Hall, which is basically the first location you come in. Let's get down inside. Whoops. Let me use the arrows to turn. All right, so I did the entranceway with all the doors and the windows above that. I still got some texturing to do. I know that. Some of the textures aren't looking too great, and I think I'm going to have to add. Notice that some of the grass is coming up, and I have all vegetation turned off. So I think most of you know this, okay? But in order to stop this from happening, I'm going to have to put an apron below this floor, and that will keep that vegetation from popping up through my tiled floor. But anyway, this is Kettering Hall. When you first come in, you come through these doors, all right? And you come into Kettering Hall, and Kettering Hall is split into two places. There's some displays and stuff in this part of the room, and then there's displays here, and then you have, let me turn, then you got some larger doorways that lead into each one of these. This is the early years displays, which is like World War I and all that kind of stuff. And then if you go to the left, it's the World War II displays, which is basically what I'm working on right now. But I wanted to get feeding into that, so I needed to get Kettering Hall done. Okay, just the basic layout. There's a bunch of displays. There's a big picture of the Wright brothers on this wall that I'll add. Okay, So yeah, we got I got a long way to go, obviously. I mean, there's tons of displays. And so the first display that you get to if you come through this door is the boxcar. And then there's all types of World War II aircraft hanging from the ceilings, on the floor. The next one that I'm working on is sitting right here, which is the Black Widow, or I guess the modified B-26, I believe it is. Okay, and then there's PBY that sits right here, so I'm working on those. I just finished doing the modeling of the boxcar, and like I said, my model is not that shiny. And like I said, I think it's because of the reflection coming off of this floor, and this floor is, like I said, it's an apron, and I will replace that with an actual floor texture, and that should take care of the excess shine I'm getting on the B29. But like I said, before I added this floor, I wasn't getting that, so I'm pretty sure that's what it is. All right, so yeah, I just finished yesterday the boxcar, the Fat Man, and the Little Boy bombs examples. Next one I'm going to be working on is this, like I said, the Black Widow modified B-26. All right, so in Kettering Hall, I got grass coming through my floor, but I'll take care of that. I've dealt with that before. So so Kettering Hall, I'll do some interior wall stuff. Add the displays in this area. There's a Bob Hope USO display sitting right here in the middle. Okay, then you go down this hall, and that leads to the Southeast Asia displays. Now, I'm a long way of getting all of this done, but anyway, you kind of come through this hallway, and then there's a doorway here. You can see the Z interference we're getting, because I just haven't cut out the door and removed. There's two textures right on top of each other, but bam, you come into this. This is the Southeast Asia hangar, and we have the B-52 that's sitting there, and then we'll finish out. I'll be putting more displays in this building here. All right, and then this is the archway that leads down this hall. So I'm terrible at first-person shooter kind of stuff, so we're going to kind of go down this hall. It's not impressive, by the way. I haven't done anything. And we're going to go down this hall. And you come into basically the modern. This has like your F-15s, F-16s, F-22 is over there, and some other aircraft that we'll be adding. Like, I haven't done the floor. Okay. Then there's another archway, and we'll kind of go through this archway. Whoops. Yeah, well, like I said, I haven't done any wall cutting and doors and stuff, but this right here, if I go up, out, okay, this is the missiles, okay, the missile displays, missile display. So I'll have to cut that out. Obviously, there's no grass growing inside, but you got some missiles that stand up in this area, and then you go through this archway and you get into the experimental aircraft. And then over in this part of this hangar, let me go out and I'll show you where I'm at. I'm at the this is brand new hangar. Okay, this is built just not too long ago, and this is where the presidential aircraft are, such as the VC-137 and Eisenhower's Constellation and Truman's. I believe it was what is it? Boeing. Oh, for crying out loud! What is it? You guys will know what it is. Oh, DC-6, that's it. Yeah, that's all in this, right in this area. This is all the presidential airplanes. Okay, so I do have the 137 created, the 707 version of the Air Force One, so to speak. Okay, I know we don't call it Air Force One unless the president's on it. I hope I'm a little smarter than that. But prior to them building this hangar a couple years ago, the presidential aircraft was kept in another hangar that you got on a bus, drove on to base, and then they had all the presidential aircraft in a different hangar. Okay, but they have since moved all of that into this new hangar here. All right. So what I am doing today is I'm trying to get this building right here. This is I call it the Commons in my models, but this is Kettering Hall right here, which joins these two. This is the takeoff point of all the displays. Okay, so I'm getting this worked out, and so I have a good starting point. But my goal is I'm just going to take it one hangar at a time. And like I said, I'm in the World War II display hangar, and that's where I'm kind of starting now. I have some World War II airplanes and stuff that I gotta finish doing. So I will be working on this right off the bat. And we also have some displays inside Kettering Hall. Okay, like I said, I think I mentioned that. I'll show you something here real quick. Let me bring up my browser, and I'm going to take this and drag it over to this, right onto our screen here. All right, and if you notice, okay, this is at the this is for the Air Force Museum. This is their virtual tour, so extremely helpful tool. All right, so there's Boxcar, there's the real one. Okay, so I have these displays set up, and there's Kettering Hall right in there. You go through this opening, and this is Kettering Hall, and I can actually click on Kettering Hall, and I can do I can see inside Kettering Hall, so this helps me make all the displays. So there's the big banner of the Wright brothers plane up there, Bob Hope. Okay, so it helps you with the textures and all that kind of stuff. And I'll be adding a lot of this stuff to the museum for Flight Simulator. And for those who are concerned, all right, let me get this put away here. I need to bring up my browser. All right, so I'm going to drop this back over where I need it. All right, so for those who have a concern, all right, I know I am very aware of frame rates and all that kind of stuff. Don't worry about it. Everything is in levels of detail. None of these interiors will show up at when you're taxiing and all that kind of stuff. All right, these are going to have very high values of levels of detail, so they're not going to show up until you're actually inside the building. All right, so this should not affect your frame rates whatsoever for flying, but you'll be able to get into drone mode and take a tour through the museum by the time we're all said and done. Have a lot of people have actually been helping make buildings and stuff for Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, and my kudos go out to that team. A lot of those buildings you see over there at the airport, at the air base, I've had a lot of help with. Somebody started working on the museum, and I know life got in the way, and I offered to go ahead and finish it up for him. So, you know, he got me started. So yeah, we are in the process, and my goal is to make this as close as possible to the real world Air Force Museum. If you guys haven't been there, this is a once in a life experience that you need to try to take in. Every airplane that was ever in the United States Air Force and Army Air Corps, blah, 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 is in these buildings. And the best thing about this, free admission into this place, which is pretty darn awesome. Free admission and free parking. And it's open 7 days a week from 9 to 5. All right. And it's in Dayton, Ohio. It is not on the Air Force Base. The Air Force Base actually starts over here. Actually, a lot of these buildings belong to the Air Base, okay? But technically that is not Air Force property. It's been set aside just for the museum. Now, a couple other things that I will be doing to Kilo Foxtrot, Foxtrot Oscar, right, Air Force Base, is I will be making this runway, even though you notice all the yellow X's on it, I will be making this runway where you can actually fly in if you want to, land here, and I will put some parking, okay, there, and I'll probably give it a gate designation of M for museum. So when you load up Kilo Foxtrot, Foxtrot Oscar, you'll be able to pick one of these parking spaces and just go right to the museum if you wanted to. So just some things, okay? So today, like I said, I'm working on Kettering Hall, getting that finished. So you got, this is the World War II. This is the early years. This is the Southeast Asia displays. This is the modern Air Force displays. This is the missile rocket displays. And then this is experimental aircraft and presidential aircraft in this brand new hangar. And also there's another one. Yeah, this little one right here is the Hall of Fame. Okay. So we got lots of displays, and this is the theater where they do an IMAX type of stuff, and this is the store where you can buy the gift shop and all that kind of stuff. So it's pretty cool. I hope you guys are going to like this. I really do. My anticipation is I am going to at least get the I'm going to say LOD00 for now, but 00 is going to be the interiors. So this will end up like if you're flying over, it will look like this. This is really going to be probably LOD 01 or 02. And then more detail as you get zoomed in, and when you go into the buildings, that's going to be the final thing. And each display will have independent level of detail, so it's not going to show up until you're actually inside the building. Okay, so that is the progress report on the United States Museum of the United States Air Force. If you guys want to help, there are hundreds and hundreds of displays. There's tons of static aircraft that we're putting in here. If you really want to help out and make a static display, we will put it in the museum. Okay, get a list of the aircraft, send me a note which aircraft you want to look on. And the thing that I'm going to be doing for each person that adds a display is there will be a plaque at the display. When somebody's walking through the museum, they come up to your display, your name will be on the plaque. Okay, so if you wanna help with this project, you're more than welcome. We got plenty of buildings on the base. All these buildings need to be done. Okay, we have a lot on the actual base itself. All right, we had one guy that's done pretty much all of these buildings up here, with the exception of these two C5 hangars. Okay, we've had people provide us some C17s and C5As, static displays. We got the armory, or the ammunition depot over here. We've got the PAX terminal, got the fire station. Fire station's pretty cool because based on the temperature, doors open, fans come on ceiling fans and stuff. So we got plenty of work. We got the tank farm over here. So if you want to help work on this community created airport, you are more than welcome, and I invite you. Okay, so different things. The airport right now, KFFO, Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, is now available on flightsim.to as we have it. Now, it does not have, right now, it does not have the museum buildings yet. Okay, I have them done, but I have not uploaded the package yet. And that will be coming in the next week or so. But you can download this for free on flightsim.to. It's fully operational airport. And if you want to help create some of this stuff, you are more than welcome. All right. So you can go to flightsim.to and download it. If you want to join our Discord, there is a link in the description to our scenery Discord. And also our Facebook page, which is Microsoft Flight Simulator SDK and Scenery. It's our Facebook group. Plus, hey, join Federico Pinati's Facebook group. I mean, his Discord and all that kind of stuff. Join Patriot 6. He has a Facebook group. And he has a good YouTube channel for tutorials. Obviously, we all know a flying Theston, who made it all possible for most of us to get started. Okay, he has a fantastic YouTube channel. He hasn't done any new stuff for over a year now. But anyway, so this is an exciting project. I'm just having a blast. And like I said, I am currently working on Kettering Hall and the World War II displays. But I have plenty of room for help if you want to build an aircraft or a display, okay? And make sure in your model, go ahead and put a plaque in it that has your name and your username on flightsim.to, whatever you want to do to advertise your little stuff for your display. Put that as part of your scenery, and then I'll load it in and put it into the museum. If you feel inclined to support me on this channel, I would ask you to buymeacoffee.com/myphysicalworld. Please subscribe to the channel. Make comments, whatever. You know the drill. Hit the notification bell and all that kind of stuff. I really appreciate everybody that subscribes to this channel. It's awesome that I'm closing in on 2,000, which is subscription, which is mind-blowing. I appreciate all of you guys' support. And talking about support, if you notice on flightsim.to for this particular airport, okay, a lot of us developers have donate buttons, okay? And for my scenery, I have donate buttons where you can buy me a coffee and all that kind of stuff. But I left my button off of this one, okay, because this is a community created, all right? If you want to donate, yeah, will I refuse a donation? No, because I'm a capitalist, right? I'm not in it for the money, I promise you. I just love doing this. But I do want to say that there is a list of contributors to this airport in the description of the airport on flightsim.to. If you want to donate, go to their page. Go to those users' page and donate there. Okay, you don't have to donate to me. Okay, I left my donation button off of this on purpose because I want other guys to get some credit for doing this stuff. Okay, we have new creators that are creating stuff. We have veteran creators that are creating stuff. I just wanted Wright-Patterson Air Force Base to be community created, where you guys can showcase some of your talents, make an aircraft, whatever it is. But if you want to donate, bypass the donate. Well, like I said, I don't even have a donation button on this particular scenery in flightsim.to. But look at the names in the description and go to their page and donate to them. Okay. Anyway, this is awesome. I love doing this. I hope you guys are going to enjoy this. And I hope you guys want to be involved and create some static displays at the Museum of the United States Air Force. Hey, I really do appreciate every one of you guys. You guys are awesome. And I will see you guys on the next tutorial where we get back to 5 Alpha 1 in Ohio and start adding some ground textures and stuff. That's the next video. Reason I didn't put one out is the last week we had a tornado hit a couple miles down the road, knocked out all of our power. So I'm catching up with all the other stuff after our power came on. We were 48 hours without power. So that's what's been happening in my neighborhood. Just 2 miles down the road, I had a lot of friends that had a lot of tornado damage. And we're out I got a farm. I'm out here in the middle of nowhere. So, hey, anyway, I'm yakking long enough. You guys have a great rest of the week, and I'll see you guys on the next video. See you later.